G'day guys, my name's Ben and welcome back to Southern Cross Tech. Today we're going to be having a look at the Kensington SD3500 docking station and seeing how it compares to my old one. So let's jump in and have a look. So for those of you that haven't watched I believe it was my first video I uploaded, about the ProBox Universal Docking Station, this is the fellow here. It was about $120 at the time that I bought this, and it did a reasonably good job. I did have some issues with certain peripherals that wouldn't recognise every time I started up, so I'd have to do a reboot. But beyond that, it worked well, it served its purpose. But I recently picked up this Kensington SD3500 from an online auction site in Australia that sells off excess stock from manufacturers called Lloyds Auctions. I'll leave a link in the description below. There is some really good IT sales on some salvage goods, some that have water damage like this one. The box was slightly water damaged in the corner. I picked this up for 45 Australian dollars. It was a really good deal because online these go from between $160 and $220. So it's a bargain, it works well, it came with everything in it, it was still sealed. And I've bought quite a few items from that site now and I haven't had a problem with any of them. So jumping into essentially what comes in the box with this. In the box you will get the actual docking station itself, you'll get a DC power brick, and you'll get a USB Type B to Type A cable for connecting the dock to your laptop or 2-in-1 or portable or whatever you're using it for. You will also get a couple of adapters, one being a DVI to VGA adapter, the other being a DVI to HDMI adapter, which comes in handy when you want to connect two monitors to it or two visual outputs, both with HDMI sources. The unit itself is made from an ABS plastic. It weighs around 360 grams. It does have a smaller footprint than my last ProBox docking station. It has a vertical stand, which can be removed if you wanted to tuck it away under the desk like I have. I'll show you a shot of how I've got it tucked up underneath my cable management shelf, connecting all the peripherals. That way it keeps it nice and tidy and you don't get to see it sitting on your desk. It makes your desk look nice and tidy. As far as connectivity goes with the docking station, on the back you'll get an Ethernet jack port, which is an RJ45 connector. You've got your DC power in, you've got your USB Type B connector, you also have an HDMI port, and you have a DVI port there. You also have a couple of USB connectors there. On the front you'll have two USB Type 3 connectors and an audio and headphone port. Apparently you can connect 5.1 channel surround sound to this, but only via the HDMI connector. The only software that you'll need to use this is the Display Link software. It can be found on the Kensington website as shown on the screen now. If your computer already has it installed, it should work perfectly fine. If you do have any problems, you can download the Display Link driver software, and that's all you need to run this. All the devices are hot swappable, so you can unplug displays and audio sources and they will detect automatically. Of course, being HDMI, it will then port your sound over to your monitor speakers, or you can configure that in your Windows software. Sound won't come through the DVI port. You'll have to use the auxiliary port if you're using a DVI connector to connect through to HDMI with the adapter. So overall, in the 4 weeks that I've been using this device, I haven't had a single problem with it. I haven't had a device drop out or connection issue. The only problems I have had are actually with Windows itself. When it goes to sleep, it won't pick up a certain peripheral. That's more of a Windows problem than the actual device's problem. You can fix that by doing a refresh install through your recovery settings in Windows. If you want to know how to do that, let me know and I can make a video on how to do that. I have done it before with this laptop and it did fix quite a few problems waking up from sleep, not connecting certain peripherals. That wasn't the dock's fault, that was Windows. Overall, you can't go wrong if you want to pick one of these up. I'll leave some links in the description below for if you do. I do recommend this. This is my opinion. I don't get paid to say any of this sort of stuff. It is something that I have used for the last 4 weeks and I'll continue to use until I either go to a desktop setup, which may be coming in the new year. I may be looking at replacing my laptop with a desktop just to get some more GPU power behind my editing. I hope you guys have enjoyed this. If you have, hit the like, hit the subscribe, leave a comment, and I'll get back to you in the next one. Thank you.